Hi everybody, it is Michelle with Moksha Race Coaching, and thank you for joining me for Moment of Presence this week. I'm so happy that you're here because we are going to be talking about gardening. Are your seeds growing, or are you just planting seeds all over the place and not giving it enough time for them to take root and actually grow and sprout and grow into a beautiful outcome that you want? Before we really dive in deeper, let's bring ourselves into the moment, into being here right now. So if you will, if it's safe, please join me. Close your eyes, and we're going to take 3 deep breaths. We're going to hold at the top, and then we're going to give a nice exhale, okay? So big deep breath in, and then slow exhale out. Think about it's the last quarter of the year. Think about what it is that you were hoping to accomplish. Just bring that in and hold it. And then exhale. And then think about where you are right now. What's surrounding you, what's happening, what meetings that you need to go to for the rest of the day. And just bring that in. And give yourself just a pause to really be settled. And then nice exhale. All right, good. So what do we mean by seeds and gardening for the soul? A lot of us, like I said, it's the end of the year, coming to the end of the year, last quarter. And a lot of us have goals, things that we wanted to accomplish. Seeds that we planted back in January. How you doing with those seeds? Did you nurture them? Did you maintain them? Did you pluck the weeds out of the garden? Basically, did you pay attention? Or did 1 month turn into a week turned into a month turned into a year, and now we're here, and you haven't really accomplished what you were hoping? So that's what I want to talk about. Because what this really is about is patience, determination, and having patience to allow the seed to sprout is something that's really important, right? When you put the seed in the ground, you can't keep digging it up and going, are you growing yet? Are you growing yet? You actually have to plant it in the right soil with the right amount of light, with the right amount of watering, and you have to maintain it. You have to check on it. Are there any weeds growing? And so as we look at our life and our day-to-day, what did you do with your goals? What did you do with the things that you wanted to accomplish? Did you set yourself up for success? Did you create a new routine if you were trying to, let's say, start exercising and either losing weight or just beefing up? If it was eating better, did you surround yourself, your kitchen, with the food that would support your goal? If it was growing your career or your business, did you start yourself with some successful routines, ways to go about having that successful business? So we have to check our environment. We have to check how we're being nurtured and how we're nurturing what it is that we want to accomplish. So if it's a business, if it's a career, are you keeping yourself relevant? Are you checking in with your boss? Or if you are the boss, are you maintaining your leadership? Are you checking in with your employees? Are you listening? Are you being? A lot of us are always concerned with either the past or the future, right? So we either have some depression because we're not where we want to be, or it seems really hard, or we have anxiety because we're not there fast enough. And those are those people that are probably digging up those seeds and checking to see, have their roots grown yet? And when we do that, we disturb the momentum that whatever it is that we're trying to build is gaining. We're stopping that momentum by constantly checking on it. So it's not about checking on it. It's about making sure that you've set the scene and that you have this good environment for growth. And we have to, and that's all of us, we have to make sure that we are in the right state to be able to receive what it is that is flowing towards us. So those goals, the seeds that are sprouting into beautiful plants or flowers that are blooming. You can't see it, but the orchid house is behind me. And you have to have a lot of patience when you're waiting for those orchids to bloom. You can't rush it. Nobody can rush nature. Nature is on its own timeline. And when you think about your own self, right, we are part of nature too. We can't rush ourselves, but we can prepare ourselves for what we want. We can plant those seeds and make sure that we're keeping track of our garden. And we're giving the patience and the care and the nurturing to our garden so that our garden can grow and can produce the outcome that we want. So what are some shortcuts? I don't know about shortcuts. Better said, what are some supportive measures that you can put in place to make sure that you have the outcome that you want? Well, for one, you can set intentions every day. You can sit down on Mondays or even Sunday night and set an intention for the week, and then every day set a mini intention for what you want to accomplish. Here's the key. You don't get to beat yourself up if you didn't accomplish everything by the end of the day. That just means that you carry it on to the next day. And by the end of the week, if there's things that you did not accomplish, they weren't really that important. I know. We write things down on our to-do list because we want to write things down on our to-do list. And they're not always the most important. You're going to get done what is the most important as long as you set your intention that that's what you want to do. Now, there's some out there, and you know who you are, probably all of us at one time or another, that we procrastinate. We know that there are things that we should do, and we procrastinate. We do the easier things first, or we get distracted, or we go over here and go, but this person asked me to do this first. Determination and gardening, because guess what? The garden isn't going to wait. The garden isn't going to understand, and the seeds are not going to understand that something else distracted you and you weren't able to water the seeds or till the ground, right, and aerate the ground. Seeds aren't going to understand that. Nature's not going to understand that. Treat yourself the same. So if there's something that you want to accomplish, set your goals, set your sights, set your intentions, and set your determination to make sure it happens. And if you're procrastinating, you need to dig into why. Is it the actual goal that is the blockage, or is there something else going on that's preventing you from doing what it is that you need to do to get what you really want? And yes, that's where coaching comes in. Coaching, therapy, deep dives. Now, how many of you have shelves and shelves of self-help books, right? We read the books and we think we're going to put everything in play, planting those seeds, but do we actually maintain it? Do we actually do things differently so that we get a different outcome? And if not, then that means that we read the book just to read the book. Maybe put it on the list, say that we did it, but did you really absorb the book? Did you really take what the book had to say and start using it and utilizing it? Because if not, you kind of wasted your time. A lot of people need accountability. I would say most people. When you have accountability, that's somebody that is going to check in on you, not mother you, not hound you or be annoying, but somebody that is going to lovingly nudge you. Kind of how the universe does, right? Giving us little nudges, letting us know that we should be doing this or we should be doing that. So when you have accountability like a coach, somebody that's going to be checking in on you, you have an action plan, and you have somebody that's going to say, okay, if this is more challenging for you than you expected, why is that? And let's talk that through. Coaches don't fix things for you, but they help you see things that you're missing. They help you uncover and unfold things that you may not be seeing on your own. And then help you move on to the next step on your map to wherever you want to go, or your next task in the garden. That's what good coaches do, is they help you along the way. They don't do it for you, but they certainly help you uncover what is happening so that you can reach your outcomes, so that you can grow those seeds, that you can nurture them. And then you get to harvest. You get to harvest the fruits of your labor. And if it is labor intensive, then we need to take a look at, is it something that you really want to be doing? So gardening for the soul, planting your seeds, knowing what seeds you should be planting, because let's face it, if you know that Halloween is coming and you know that you love Snickers and all the other Halloween candy out there, this might not be the time for you to start a diet, a really strict diet. You can cut back, but to really hold yourself to absolutely no sugar would probably not be something you should do in the last 2 weeks of October if you're around kids or you have trick-or-treaters. So it's also knowing not just your environment, but the seasons. Just like when you garden, you have to know what seeds to plant during what seasons. If you're going to put yourself on a I'm not spending anything, and you're going to cut yourself off with your budget, might not be the time to do it when you know that December is the month that you're hit with everybody in the family's birthday, you're hit with the holidays. Not the time to do that. It's going to be more challenging. So think about the seasons, think about the environment, think about the time that you can give to nurturing your seeds, whatever it is that those seeds that you're planting, what they are, and set yourself up for success. You've got to maintain the seeds. You've got to look after them and nurture them. You got to make sure that the environment is good for them. And then you have to be patient. And you have to allow the time for those seeds to sprout. Going back to the losing weight analogy, the first couple weeks in the gym, you're probably not going to see much of a difference. But when you keep after it and you hit that 4-week, 6-week, 8-week mark, all of a sudden your clothes are going to fit a little bit looser. You're going to feel better. You're going to have more energy. But it doesn't happen overnight. It's like with anything, even age. We all can get better with age, right? Fine wine, people, wisdom. But it's all about planting those seeds. And if you keep trying and you keep hitting a brick wall, or you feel like you're on the hamster wheel, or you get super overwhelmed and you just toss it all and just say, forget it, and you walk away and you're not getting the desired outcome, then it might be time for you to invest in some coaching. Again, a coach is just someone there to help walk the path with you and keep you on the path. Keep you within the lines of the garden so that you don't step on the little sprouts that are coming out, so that you don't overwater or underwater. So I guess coaches are a little like gardeners. A little bit. It can be really fun. It can be really hard. It all depends on your choices and how you set yourself up. If you are just going at it and just saying, I'm just gonna try it and see what happens, great. But if there's something that you really want that is really super important to you, like your career, your home, your relationships, holiday season's coming. A lot of people are not happy with holiday season because they have to go to a lot of parties and they have to see a lot of family and friends, and sometimes we don't want to answer all of the questions that we're going to be asked. What can you do now so that when you go to those holiday gatherings, you can set yourself up for success? What can you do now to start prepping? These are the things that I want you to be thinking about this week. Think about the seeds that you're planting, the seeds you want to plant. Think about the environment, think about the season, and make a little plan. Just like you would plan out what seeds you're going to plant and when. And maybe even map out the garden, because you can forget where you planted certain seeds and then you don't know what's growing. So it takes a little bit of effort in the beginning, and then the maintenance and the routine of it can be second nature. It doesn't become second nature until you do it. And it doesn't take just 1 day or 2 days or a week. It takes day after day. But we have to make it fun. We have to make it fun, or you're going to lose interest and you're going to toss it all and just say forget it. So if you need some extra hints and guidance on how to make this easier, how to be able to plan and plant your seeds so that they can sprout, so they can grow deep roots, and you can make whatever it is a practice or a routine that gets you the results that you're looking for, shoot me an email. Comment down below. If you know anybody that needs to listen to this video and maybe could use some guidance and some help, share this video out, and definitely like and subscribe below. I'd love to hear from you. I love that you guys are here. And remember, every day can be a good day or a bad day. It's all about choices, my friend, so choose wisely. See you next week.